Okay, have you ever been in a really tough spot where it felt like there was just no way out? Well, today we are jumping into an incredible story about a time when a whole group of people were facing exactly that, and how a truly amazing rescue changed everything. So just imagine this. A terrifying new rule is made. A specific day is chosen to destroy an entire nation of people. You can just feel the clock ticking, right? For God's people, it really felt like their story was about to come to a very, very dark end.
They were literally being hunted down. They were forced to hide in the scariest places you can think of: cold, dark prisons, deep and spooky forests, or way up high on lonely mountains. All they really had left were their prayers, just a quiet, desperate whisper for help.
At the same time, armies of wicked men, spurred on by evil angels, were getting ready. They were preparing for a total massacre. This was it. This was that final hour, the moment when it seemed like all hope was just gone.
But here's the most amazing part. Even with danger right at their doorstep, their faith, it didn't break. Instead of screaming in fear, their voices actually came together in a song of trust. Can you believe that? They were singing because they believed, deep down, that God was right there with them. And just when you think the story's over, everything changes. The absolute darkest moment is about to be completely shattered by this unbelievable light. This, right here, is where the rescue begins.
Okay, so the attackers are all hyped up. They're raising their weapons, shouting. They think they've won. They are just seconds away from striking their victims. And then, the whole world just stops.
All of a sudden, this thick, jet-black darkness just covers the earth. It's a darkness so deep, it feels like you could actually touch it. And the angry mobs? They're frozen in place. Their weapons suddenly feeling super heavy, their hateful shouts just stuck in their throats.
And then, slicing right through that darkness, a magnificent rainbow appears. But listen, this isn't just any old rainbow. This one is glowing with a light that seems to come straight from God's throne. It forms a perfect, colorful, protective circle around each group of God's people. It's like a shield made of light.
Then a voice, so clear and beautiful, speaks from the heavens. It says, "Look up." And as they lift their heads, the dark clouds just peel back like a curtain, and they see the breathtaking glory of God. In that moment, all their fear just melts away and is replaced by this feeling of pure wonder.
And now, this is the moment everyone has been waiting for. The true hero of the story is about to arrive. A sign appears in the sky, a sign that's going to change everything, forever.
It starts out as something really small, just a tiny black cloud way off in the distance, about the size of a person's hand. But to God's people, it's not just a cloud. They know exactly what it is. It's the sign of Jesus' return. And they just watch, holding their breath as it gets closer and closer.
Now watch this. The cloud starts to change. It gets brighter and brighter, more and more glorious. It transforms into this brilliant white cloud with a bottom that looks like roaring fire and a beautiful rainbow arching right over the top. Yeah, it's not just a cloud anymore. It's a heavenly chariot.
And this isn't the same Jesus who walked the earth as a humble man of sorrows. No, this is Jesus the King, the ultimate conqueror. His face is shining brighter than the sun, and written on his robe is the name King of Kings and Lord of Lords. He has come to save his people. So for those who chose to turn away from God, this moment is pure terror. They're trying to hide anywhere they can. But for those who trusted him, their faces are just shining with joy. They hear his voice, not with fear, but with the warm, comforting words of a loving parent.
But wait, the rescue isn't just for the people who are still alive. Oh no, it's about to become the biggest, most joyful family reunion in the history of the universe. As the whole earth trembles and lightning flashes, a voice echoes across the entire planet. It's the voice of Jesus, and it's so powerful it reaches into every single grave, calling out to every person who ever died believing in him. And then, the most incredible thing happens. The dead rise up. But they're not old or sick anymore. They are young and strong and healthy forever. Little kids who were taken too soon are gently placed back into their mother's arms by angels. Friends who were torn apart by death hug each other, knowing they'll never, ever have to say goodbye again. And together, all of them rise up into the sky to meet Jesus.
And finally, we get to see the amazing reward for their faith. It's not just a happy ending, you guys. It's a brand new beginning in a perfect home. A paradise brought back to life.
Jesus himself leads them to this magnificent city with gates made of pearl. And as those gates swing open, they see it, the Garden of Eden. It's the home that Adam and Eve lost so long ago, but now it's even more beautiful than anyone could have possibly imagined.
And guess who's there to greet them? Adam, the very first man. When he sees the scars on Jesus' hands, he is so completely overwhelmed with thankfulness that he just falls at Jesus' feet. He realizes the incredible price that was paid to rescue him from his one big mistake.
Jesus gently lifts Adam up and shows him his home, now perfect and even more lovely than before. This amazing moment shows us that Jesus didn't just fix Adam's mistake, he made everything even better than it was in the beginning.
So this is the promise of their new home. Just try to imagine a world with no more sadness, no more pain, no more crying, and best of all, no more goodbyes. Just joy that lasts forever, with God himself right there to wipe away every single tear. It's a life of perfect peace and happiness, forever.
So, as we wrap up this incredible story of rescue, here's something to think about. What would a world with no more goodbyes actually mean to you? Because this story isn't just a fairy tale. It's a promise of a future where all the broken things are made new, and where love and joy truly last forever.